All right, Jordan, was it nice to not have to wait a week to play a game?
Yeah, it definitely was extremely beneficial for us, being able to get right there on the court after the Binghamton game, and being able to practice these last 2 days with a playing against a really good Big Ten team. It definitely it felt good.
What's it like playing against a team like Penn State? They bounced back and forth. They went on a run. You guys went on a run. They went on a run. You guys went on a run. What was that like?
I think one thing that people need to know is basketball is simply just a game of runs, kind of how you just described. There are going to be situations in a game where a team can go 8-0 or 9-0 stretches, but then being able to answer is really what shows how good your team is. I feel like we were able to answer their runs today with smart shots, right shots, being able to get easy stops on defense and fast break points were something that really helped us push the lead out today.
It was kind of a rock fight for the first half, a lot of turnovers. I think both teams were shooting about 35%.
Yeah.
How do you manage to stay in rhythm when everybody else seems to be having so much trouble getting shots off?
Yeah, just pick the right shots, you know. They're going to come to you, especially being able to have a point guard like Xavier. But I think today was the first time that I was actually being denied the ball on the perimeter, so it was something that I had to adjust to. But we know that we were able to read the coverages. I think that's something that really started to get us going later in the second half or in the first half and in the second half. Being able to read those things and try to get easy shots. And then when the coaches see the type of coverages that they're playing, they're able to draw up really good plays for them in the second half.
The way your scoring's gone up this season, are teams starting to play you a little bit differently? You mentioned being denied the ball.
Yeah. I mean, this hasn't happened since high school, so I feel like it's definitely a compliment in a way, but you got to adjust. We're playing against really good teams, guys who are extremely good defenders on the ball and off the ball, like Josh Reeves. But being able to find a way to still get my shots, get the right shots, but also make plays for others, knowing that they're icing and I got a double coming, so hitting John on the roll or being able to find a bulldog on the opposite, that's just all what comes with the game, and the coaches are trusting me a lot to be able to put me in those situations to make the right play.
What impressed you about Josh Reeves tonight?
He's solid. He's a senior, so he has a lot of experience. His physicality is definitely something that I feel like excels him in his defensive realm. But he plays the game the right way. You didn't see him out there forcing shots. And that's a team that loves to get out in transition. A lot of his buckets come out in transition, so we were able just to not let them run a little bit today. But Josh Reeves has a lot of talent for sure.
Were you surprised at how choppy you guys were early in this game?
No, not at all. Being able to go and play a really good team like this, it's the first Big Ten game of the new year, not counting the 2 that we played earlier. But we hadn't played, I think, this is our 4th game in 4 weeks or something like that. So being able just to really start to get in the flow now and coming from playing a really good Binghamton team to an entirely different Penn State, Big Ten, rough type of team. I mean, you kind of know what's going to happen, but I feel like we just shook the marbles off just now.
What'd that flow feel like in the second half?
We were able to be solid, take care of the ball, being able to make the right plays is something that was huge in separating the score. Coaches drew up a lot of great plays. We were also able to pressure up their defense. We saw that they were trying to post up a lot, so we had a lot of stunts in trying to get the guys who were putting their backs to the basket a little bit off balance and rush their shots a little bit, and being able to get the easy steals and try to get transition buckets was something that was beneficial to our league.
Good game getting ready for Sunday?
Yeah, every Big Ten game is a good game, especially getting ready and preparing for the next team. Indiana's a really good team. We haven't done too much film, but I know they got a lot of guys returning from last year's team. They're extremely talented. Like, every game will be tough in the Big Ten, and we just got to get prepared and put this one behind us.
They made a run in each half. Is there kind of an extra level of buckle down in this team that when that starts to happen?
Yeah, 100%. Being able to take it personally when a team scores multiple baskets on you is something that we pride ourselves in. So it's just a matter of how we bounce back. You know, like I was saying earlier, teams are going to go on runs. They're going to go on 8-0 runs, 9-0 runs, especially in the Big Ten with an amazing conference like this. But being able to bounce back and go and get 3 straight shutouts, or being able to get 2 steals and transition points and slow the game down just a little bit with their momentum is something that's huge. And being able to solidify the game and slow the game down and change the pace in order to win the Big Ten.
Jordan, what do you see out of Iggy tonight?
I mean, he's attacking, he's being aggressive, getting to the basket, making layups. Xavier did a really good job of being able to find him in a lot of the help side that they were in. They weren't sagging off me a lot, so X was able to drive baseline, and I think he found Iggy later in the game who hit a big shot because number 5 Wheeler sunk in on X's drive. but he's playing solid. We're able to get him open shots, and he's definitely taking advantage of it.
How do you guys think you responded with Isaiah not being able to play tonight?
First of all, we miss Isaiah. That's off rip. You know what I'm saying? That's coming from me and the team. But he's an amazing defensive force. He's one of the guys. He's a glue guy. He's able to play all 5 positions on defense. And I feel like being able to have him out there on the floor today would have got us in a lot of transition baskets where we were able to run on the offensive floor. And then on the offensive side, being able to stretch the floor by hitting a lot of threes. John, he hit a lot. He hit some big shots today, especially a couple of threes. I want to say he stepped out and hit 2. But being able to have another run where Isaiah can do it on a consistent basis, and if they close out heavy, being able to drive and make a right play, he has an entirely different dynamic. But being able to have him is amazing, but he's out right now, so we're obviously wishing for him to come back as soon as possible. But we just kind of got to find a way to win without him right now.
What did you find out he wasn't going to play tonight?
You said what?
What did you find out he wasn't going to play tonight?
Right before the game, Isaiah was fighting with it all. I want to say the last couple of days. He was trying to get treatment, keep getting treatment, talking to the doctors, want to know if he can go or not. And Isaiah's a tough guy. He definitely wants to play no matter the situation, and he wants to fight through battles. So when he said he couldn't play, obviously we were able to tell that it was serious because Isaiah just would not miss a game like that. But I know Isaiah obviously wants to be back on the floor, so he's going to do whatever he can rehab-wise to get back out there.
What did Austin Davis give you guys off the bench?
He gave us a spark, being able to go out there and contest Mike Watkins. He was hitting a lot of tough shots in the paint today on John, but I think he got a huge block today. And being able to run the transition and being able to be the solid force that he is and give John really great minutes off the bench is something that was huge.
Iggy says that you guys like to show that you're the hungrier team, and in the second half tonight he believes that you did that.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys can point to, whether it's in practice or when you're together in the locker room, that you guys kind of zero in on to prove that you're the hungrier team?
So when the scout team runs the other team's plays, we think that the scout team is literally the other team. So we match up. And it's not like, oh, it's a scout team, like, are we playing Penn State? And so we'll lock up and it'll get gruesome, it'll get grimy. We're pushing people, following people. You know what I'm saying? They got to call texts in practice and stuff like that. So we're just trying to put ourselves in situations where it's extremely game-like.